What the text this week is Job 8, verse 21. He will yet fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with shouts of joy. And in the face of it, this is a beautiful word to give to a friend who's suffering. Words come from Bildad, a friend of Job, and he's been with him in the good times, and he's now speaking to him in the hard times. These three friends, Bildad, Zophar, and the younger one, Eliphaz, speak what they think are words of comfort to Job after he's lost everything: his friends, his family, his health, his well-being, his means of support. And Bildad brings this word of future joy. He will fill your mouth with laughter, Job, he says. Your lips will shout with joy. And later Eliphaz will speak in similar sort of terms. In Job 33, they will see God's face and shout for joy. He will restore them to full well-being. And we all need such words of encouragement from those around us, don't we? But the problem here for Job is that this kind of joy that his friends are pointing to, for him, it's not rooted. It's a sort of bargaining joy. And it views everyone as if they're living in their own bubble. Quite used to living in bubbles at the moment. But that just emphasises how much we're a part of each other's lives. And what we do is consequences for each other. You do this and someone else will be affected by that, so stay in your bubble. And we may not be able to live in bubbles for a wee while, but our lives are not separate from each other. And what others do affects us. And we're not always in control of that. And sometimes we're damaged by what others do. The problem with the friends of Job and their talk of joy is that it only works within a bubble, where our lives are separate and unconnected and unlivable. For what is happening in your life is only down to you, where the bubble is perfect and complete and impenetrable, and you're responsible for all of it. This is what they bring to comfort Job, who's lost everything and doesn't know why. The fault, they're saying, the fault, Job, is yours. You've done something wrong. Work out what it is. Maybe you don't even know what it is. Confess it, and then God will restore you and will fill your mouth with laughter and your lips will shout for joy. If this is your life, then you're to blame. Fix it, and then God restores your joy. Now these are utterly devastating approaches to bring to someone who's lost everything. Completely the wrong way round to think about joy where God is concerned. I remember a few days after we were married, Elle and I sitting within a coffee shop in the Borders, joking that we can't really be this happy. Don't deserve this joy. That's a consequential idea of joy, not the rooted joy that Job is beginning to work out. It's a joy of the bubble, where all that matters is the relationship between God and me, and the world is an irrelevance, where I don't affect others and others don't affect me. That isn't real life. And this Bothy text doesn't show us the rooting of joy in the hard places, but what it does open up for me is something of how not to think of joy if joy is going to take us through the hard times.